Hello and welcome to Career Launcher. Through this series of videos, what we have been doing is every day we have been releasing everyday practice questions and their solutions ranging from different areas and different topics. For the 45 days to CAT, we had chosen 3 of the questions from Countdown CAT 2, which were of the area of algebra. Today, in this video, in 44 days to CAT, we will be doing DILR, and the area or the topic that we will be covering is missing data, and the solution to this video, this question will be done by Aksar. I hope this kind of content is more and more useful to you to understand what are the different types of questions that you can expect when you are actually going to take CAT on the 28th of November. And please like, share, and subscribe to our content if you find this content useful.
Set 2 is an easy set, and let's look at how to solve them. A class of 50 chairs has been numbered 1 to 50 in 10 rows and 5 columns. 5 columns, rows 1 to 5 in that order from left to right. Row 2 has 6 to 10. So 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 50, 11 to 15, etc. Students occupy chairs in a random order on the first day of the class. Read the question always carefully. Students occupy chairs in a random order on the first day of the class. On day 2, some of them change their positions. 10 friends, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J, who are a part of this class, occupy consecutively numbered chairs in that order on day 2. Consecutively numbered. Amar is the lowest and Javed is the largest. The table below gives the changes in the chair numbers for the few of these friends. Amar, -3. So, in other words, clearly the number is higher. So if it is 10, if day 1 is 13, day 2 is 10, the difference will be 10 minus 13, which is -3. Likewise for Bobby, day 2 is smaller, day 3 is bigger. Sorry, day 1 is bigger. Dean will be reversed. Same thing with Azad and Javed. Further, it is known that the chair numbers A, B, D, E, F. Okay, here A, B, D, E, J is given. A, B, D, E, F occupied on day 2 is just another rearrangement of their chair numbers on day 1. Chetan sat at the corner of his row row 2 row 2 at the corner of his row 2 on day 1. He sat at okay, it is row 2 corner. Okay, row 2 corner will be 6 and 10, one of these 2 corners. He sat at a corner on day 2 as well. The number of chair on day 2 was 14 more than that on day 1. So if it is 6, 4 will be 20. Clearly this and this is corners. If 10 is the corner, 10 plus 14 is 24. 24 is not the corner. Hence answer has to be 6 and 20. So the first thing I know, okay, let's look at A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have day 1 and I also have day 2. Day 1, this guy is 6. This guy is, day 2 is 15. Sorry, this guy is 20. If this is 6 and 20, on day 2 we saw the chair numbers, 10 friends, A, B, C, D, E, F, who are the part of class, consecutive number chairs in that order on day 2. If this is day 2, this has to be 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Now let's look at the questions. What is the maximum difference between the chair numbers of any 2 of these friends? If W represents what is day 2 minus day 1 for Fraser, what is the maximum possible number of, what is the number of students who have definitely shifted to a row closer? Now, I don't have this. I know this is taken care of. The chair numbers at A, B, D, E, and F is just another rearrangement of their chair numbers on day 1. First and foremost, A is -3. I know 18, this has to be 21. B is -4. That is, this has to be 23. 19 minus 23 is -4. D is +2. This has to be 19. And E is 4 plus 4, that means this has to be 18. But we are also given A, B, D, E, and F occupy is a rearrangement of their day 1. Now, F was 23, is there here. A, B, D, E, F. 21 is there. 19, 18 is there. 22 is not there. 23 is there here. That means F has to be 22. F has to be 22. In fact, I'll get my answer. This is Fraser, day 2 minus day 1. Day 2 minus day 1, answer has to be 1. This is easy. Okay. Now what else is given? What else is given? See, this is a basic idea is you don't have to solve the questions, but if you actually see the questions one by one, you will see something or the other coming your way. Now, on day 1 only, sorry, on day 1, it should be a comma, I think. Only 2 of the friends were seated on a chair number. Only 2 of the friends were seated on a chair number that was not the same as any of the chairs that all the friends occupied on day 2. Hey, once again, before that, I have one more information given here. Javed is minus 13. Javed is minus 13 means this has to be 40 because 27 minus 13 minus 40 is minus 13. Now look at these two are over. This entire thing is over. On day 1, only 2 of the friends were seated on a chair number. Only 2 were seated on. That was not the same as any of the chairs that all the friends occupied on day 2. First, I know what they occupied on day 2. We are saying only 2 of them did not occupy the same numbers, which means 6 is definitely not there in this and 40 is definitely not there in this. So look at this. 18, 19, 21, 22, 23 is taken care of. 20, 24, 25, 26, and 27. These are the 5 numbers. One of these 3 will have. Each one of them will have out of these 5 numbers because 2 of them are different. The rest of them are not different. Let's look at the question number 33. What is the maximum difference between the chair numbers of any of 2 of these friends listed on day 1? What is the maximum difference? So here you can say 23, 24, 25, whatever. Maximum difference in any 2 friends clearly has to be 40 minus 6. We also look at this. What is the maximum possible value of absolute values of the change of chair numbers for Gaurav, Harmeet, and Ishwar? What is the maximum possible value of absolute values of the change of chair numbers for G, H, and I? Here he is saying basically sum clearly. Though it is not clearly, it is, when I'm saying for all 3 together, it has to be the sum. G, H, and I, what is the maximum value? Okay. 20, 26, 20. So if this is 20, this is 6 is the difference here. If this is 20, that is I is 20, the difference is 6. Then if this is 27, the difference here maximum is 3. And I will take some 26, the difference is 1. Answer has to be 10 for this. Basically, this question, what he's trying to say is, what is the maximum difference? So here, if I put any of these 24, 25, 26, 27, the difference will be only 1, 2, 3. Therefore, I put 20 here, which will give me the maximum difference of 6. Similarly, 27, if I put in G, the maximum difference will be 3. And then whatever, the remaining is 24, 25, 26, I have to put one of them. The difference will be either 20, when I put 24 or 26, hence answer will be 1. Last one. The number of students who have definitely shifted to a row closer to the front is definitely row closer to the front. So 18, 19, you can see this 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 30, etc., etc. 18, 19, these guys have close. So these 2 people, A and B, have definitely become closer. This is not closer. This is not closer. This is not closer. This is not closer. 24, 25, 26. Definitely is asking. So I can't say for sure, but this is definitely closer. So J is also definitely. Hence the only possible answer definitely shifted is 3. Maximum people shifted. If it is the question was maximum people shifted, then I can say 21 to 25, this is 26 to 30. So I can say 26 guy would have shifted. I can say that's the maximum. What else? There's nothing else. 20, because these guys, okay, I could have taken what else? Nothing else actually. 24, 25, 26, 27, 24, 25, 26, 27, 24 cannot shift to 24 can, okay, this can be 20. I'm just taking a new question, guys. Let's say fifth question says, what is the maximum? So 24 to 20, he can shift. 25, it can't. 26 to 25 can shift. This is also possible. So there were two more extra I can get. So for a question like this, if this definitely was not there, what is the maximum students who could have shifted closer? The answer will be 3 plus 2 more, and that would have been 5 for that question. That is the 37th question, if I say, or a 36B, right? So that's also. Thank you.